each of you to get up and tell us a 5-minute story.
People have been using makeup to tell their own stories and express themselves for decades and centuries, but on Euphoria, I get to showcase that on this kind of mainstream platform. So when I went in to interview for the job, I didn't know much about the show. I didn't know that Sam Levinson kind of already had this really strong makeup background. He knew he wanted to use the show as a platform to push forward makeup as self-expression. Typically, I get hired on films to deliver a very naturalistic, like realistic, expressive story where makeup needs to be kind of invisible. Here, it was the opposite. The main thing going through my head was, I understand this director wants me to go out of my comfort zone and do things that like I've never seen on TV before, really, and sort of just go wild. But it can't be too distracting because I don't want it to detract from the story. So I was just trying to like find that balance where the makeup would make sense and the viewer would believe it and be like, okay, I get why these characters are wearing this makeup.
This is the feeling I've been searching for my entire life, for as long as I can remember, because suddenly the world went quiet.
The lighting of the show is really particular. It's really moody, it's really evocative, it's dark, it's gritty, it's ethereal, it's euphoric, obviously. After we filmed the pilot episode, I realized I couldn't see some of the makeups that I had designed. So I was thinking, we need to use more glitter, more rhinestones, brighter colors. If we're using blue, it has to be electric blue. If we're using pink, hot pink. Like, we need to really go for it. When you see Zendaya really sort of like unraveling towards the end and it's really low light, she's like crawling on the ground, she has the kidney infection, she's like covered in sweat, she still has some glitter on her eyes from Halloween, which was a choice that Sam and I made to just kind of show that she really hasn't bathed herself since then. So realistic that glitter just like doesn't fully get washed away. So you still see these little glitter bits like raccoon eyes from mascara. Super sheeny skin. I would trace over her veins a little bit, like around her eyes and forehead, just to kind of make them pop a bit. Sometimes I put a little foundation right here and not under her eyes, just to accentuate the natural sort of blue tones under her eyes. Along with lighting and just a few makeup techniques like that, we were able to really show her looking quite deranged.
Why is everyone like so dramatic?
Maddie uses makeup as armor. It really helps her with her kind of like tough exterior, her background story of growing up and being a pageant girl when she was little. So you just see how deeply ingrained this idea of using makeup to like present this like confident sense of herself to the world. You see that started so young. I love that the audience gets to understand that Maddie each morning goes through this like painstakingly precise process of applying individual floating rhinestones or a trail of rhinestones. She does that. And it's not random. It's for a specific reason. It's who she is and it's her armor. It's how she needs to portray herself to the world.
Yo, looks good.
In episode 5, we see Ashtray tattooing Rue's inner lip and then Jules. They get twin tattoos. This was one of the several examples of, you know, the Euphoria makeup is not just beauty makeup. There was a lot of special effects and beat up stuff and prosthetics. This just took a while to conceptualize and figure out. So for the lip tattoos. So see how it's like this Invisalign kind of thing, except for, I don't know if you can see this, but the front teeth are cut out so that the camera sees the real lower teeth of the actors, and then the whole lip is fake. So this is transparent and it goes over the actor's lip like that. The whole appliance is held in place with the molars. goes through a very obvious transformation throughout the show as she embraces her sexuality and then kind of pushes that farther and realizes that she can use that as a tool. I think for better or worse, like, you know, there's some moments where it's totally empowering and Kat is like understanding this for the first time, that she has this power, her attitude shifts, and then to be more confident and just more sure of herself. Towards the end of the show, we kind of see a darker side of that. Like, she has a very kind of disturbing experience online. It's almost like she's pushed it too far. So that's why I say, like, for better or for worse, she sort of like has this total enlightening of this empowerment. And it's really fun to see her transform because she is totally figuring out her look still. I think for season 2, it'll be really fun for Kat to kind of hone in on her look and have it be like this complete vision of her own unique style.
Rue, you look fucking amazing.
You know, when I interviewed with Sam, he was talking about YouTube videos and Instagram. So I really got like right to Instagram and just going down rabbit holes and finding one person with like amazing, like a Gen Z, like a 18-year-old girl who has all these amazing looks. All of a sudden, I'm following all these different accounts and like devouring just the ways in which Gen Z has been using makeup to express themselves in such a bold way and in such a brave way. So that really inspired me. The idea of like, oh, there are no rules. And yes, of course, this person can wear like neon green eyeliner and like gems to school. Like, why wouldn't they? And we don't want to follow those rules here on